Water for the dogs. Stored water. Why do you store water? Good question. Another con when living in the White Mountains, northern Arizona. And that is that you have to drill for water. Now I do live on a well. We have a community well. It serves 4 people. There would be 5 if I had another neighbor that the well actually sits on, but it's iron. It produces a ton of iron, and it's not very good to drink. It's not good for your pipes. You have to go down about 400 or 500 feet to get pure water to drink. So we can't drink the well water, even though we have a 5,000 gallon tank. This here is a 1,500 gallon tank. So I gotta have my water shipped in, my drinking water that is. Prior to that, I was taking about 3 of those large 7-gallon blue jugs and carrying it to the grocery store, paying 39, now it's 41 cents I think, or 42 cents a gallon for drinking purified drinking water. And I did that for a while with 6 5-gallon jugs and 3 7-gallon of those blue jugs, and had to do that every couple of weeks. We're a little bit far away from town. It's about 7 miles each way. So if you can imagine, that takes a little bit of time. So you try to group your groceries with it, but sometimes it's just too much, right? You just go for just the water or just for groceries, and then you make the water trip a separate trip because it's a lot of water and it's a lot of time, and you have to move that every couple of weeks. There are people here who carry the water in those white containers with the metal frame. So I think you can get drinking water, about 3 cents a gallon, something like that. And you can go pick it up yourself, of course. You got to have something to haul it like that. Or you have it delivered for 7 cents a gallon. And this is a 1,500 gallon tank. I got it on sale at the end of the last season. This is the 2nd year I've had it. Bought it from Tractor Supply when it was on sale. 1,500 gallons for $1,500, or $14.99 I think is what it was. Initially I think it was $2,700, but like I said, it was at the end of the season. I couldn't pay that. I didn't want to pay that much. If you can get $1 a gallon, that's a good price, I think, for any container that you want to get. Of course, the bigger it is, the more you're going to pay. Typically, these are used to store water for your well, but I have it shipped in, and this tank cost me about $97, I think, to fill it up. I had about 200 gallons left in it. I tried to run it empty, and it lasts for a good long while, 3 to 6 months. It feeds the chickens, the dogs, and us. Drinking water. I still have to haul the 5-gallon jugs inside because we have one of those cold units that you put it on and it keeps the water cold. So this is the drawback for living in northern Arizona. You got to figure out your water plans, because there is no city water. It doesn't come out this far. Lucky enough to get power. Otherwise I'd have to do my own power. There are people who live near here who are too far away from the roads, from the main roads, and they have to do their own power. In addition, septic tank. We got a septic tank because there's no system to haul away the poop. So you have to contend with that if you're in northern Arizona and you want to live off grid. All that stuff costs money, of course, and it's one of the disadvantages of living up here. Now I'm just talking about the disadvantages now. There are advantages, but living in northern Arizona is not for everybody. So I'm just pointing some things out. All right, this is one of them.